I hear it all the time. I want to start a business, but I'm broke. And you know what? You don't need money to start a business. You just need the right moves. That's what this video is gonna be about today. How to make your first dollar with starting your business even if you're flat out broke. Let's get started. Number 1, don't build a product. You might have heard that before. Build a product, they said. But let me ask you something. If you went up to people in the street and asked them to buy a portable fire extinguisher, would they? Probably not unless they were a firefighter. But if you went up to people and said, "Hey, do you struggle with cooking meals?" Well, check out this amazing meal kit service that can save you time and help you eat healthier. Now they're much more likely to say yes, so don't sell the product, sell the solution. Ask yourself, how can my product or service help solve people's problems or make their lives better? Once you know that, you will be able to effectively communicate the value of your offering and increase the chances of making your first sale, which takes us to number 2, don't spend money. There are so many free resources out there for you to take advantage of. Take a look at these screenshots here of some businesses I've built recently. Now, if you look closely, you'll notice that none of these websites cost a single penny to make. I use free design tools like Canva to create all the graphics. I use Google Sites to put together the landing pages, and I leverage the power of social media to drive traffic to those sites. But the key here is to focus on providing value first and foremost. That way you're not spending any money out of pocket to get started. Here's an example. A friend of mine started a successful social media marketing agency with no money out of pocket. She leveraged the social media platforms she was already using to grow her personal brand and then reached out to local businesses offering to help them with their social media presence. All she needed to do was show them the results she had achieved for herself and they were sold. Your customers won't care that you're broke when you're broke. They only care about what you can do for them. Can you solve their problem? Can you help them achieve their goals? If the answer is yes, then you need to convince them of that. If you try to convince them that you're broke, they're probably not going to be very convinced. People want results. They want solutions. They don't care how you got there. So focus on providing value and getting results first. The money will follow. Number 3, don't chase the perfect idea. When it comes to starting a business, timing is important, but not in the way you might think. Waiting for the perfect idea is like waiting for a bus that may never arrive. Instead, you should be validating your market. I have a simple framework for this that works really well. Is there pain? Is there a problem that needs solving? Is there a reason why someone would buy your product or service? Is there demand? Are people actually looking for a solution to this problem? And can you reach them? This is the most important part because you could have the best product or service in the world, but if you can't reach your target audience, then it's pointless. So focus on testing different ideas and concepts quickly and cheaply. What works? What doesn't work? Reach out to potential customers, get their feedback, and then adjust your offering accordingly. You don't need to wait for the perfect idea, you just need to start testing. And this leads me to point number 4, don't aim for perfection. Look, I'm not gonna lie to you, starting a business is hard. It takes grit, determination, and a whole lot of hard work. But if you're too afraid to fail, you'll never get started. And let's be honest, even if you do get started, you're probably gonna fail anyway. Because let me tell you something, every single person who has ever been successful at anything has failed more times than they can remember. The difference between them and the people who are still stuck where they are is that they didn't let their fear of failure stop them from trying. So don't aim for perfection, aim for progress. Every step you take towards your goal is a victory, no matter how small that step may seem. Celebrate the small wins because they add up to big ones, and trust me, the journey is just as important as the destination. Now here's the thing, starting small doesn't mean starting cheap. What it means is starting lean. You don't need a huge budget to start a successful business. What you do need is a clear vision and a plan to achieve it. And that plan should include starting small. Focus on creating a minimum viable product or service that you can offer at a low price point while you continue to test and refine your offering based on customer feedback. For example, let's say you're thinking about starting a coaching business. Instead of investing in a fancy website and branding materials upfront, you could start by offering your services for free to friends and family. Get the experience, get the testimonials, and then invest in the nice stuff later on. If you're unsure what to charge, consider offering a discounted rate or a package deal to incentivize early adopters to try your service. By starting small, you can save money while you validate your idea and make any necessary adjustments along the way. This leads me to point number 5. Don't play it safe. Most people are afraid to take risks, and that's understandable. Risks are scary, but that fear is often what holds them back from achieving their goals. To get to the top, you need to be willing to push past your comfort zone and embrace calculated risks. Taking risks doesn't mean being reckless, it means being intentional and thoughtful in your decision making. Do your research, weigh the pros and cons, and then go for it. Trust me, the rewards will be worth it. Look, starting a business isn't easy. There will be challenges and obstacles along the way, but that's all part of the journey. Don't let the fear of failure hold you back from pursuing your dreams. If you want to succeed, you have to be willing to take risks, embrace challenges, and learn from your mistakes. And most importantly, you have to start taking action. Don't wait for the perfect timing. Don't wait for all the pieces to fall into place. Just start. Even if you're broke, you can still start a business. You don't need money to get started. You just need the right mindset. So take action, stay focused, and don't give up on your dreams. That's it for today's video. If you found this helpful, please make sure to leave me a thumbs up and hit subscribe. I share weekly videos helping you become financially free. I appreciate you stopping by today, and I'll see you next time.